Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Senior Financial Freedom. Today, we're diving into some important updates about Social Security benefits that could affect your monthly payments. As your trusted source for retirement news and information, I'm here to break down the latest changes and help you understand exactly what they mean for you. Many of you have been reaching out with questions about recent Social Security announcements, and I completely understand the concern. With rising costs affecting everything from groceries to healthcare, every dollar matters when you're living on a fixed income. That's why today's video is so important. We're going to cut through the confusion and explain exactly what's changing with Social Security benefits. I've spent hours researching the official Social Security Administration announcements and consulting with financial experts to bring you the most accurate, up-to-date information. We'll cover the real numbers, not the clickbait you might see elsewhere, and I'll show you exactly where to find this information yourself. In the next few minutes, you'll learn about the actual benefit adjustments, who qualifies, and most importantly, what steps you need to take to ensure you're receiving everything you're entitled to. I'll also share some lesser known details that could make a real difference in your benefits. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on important updates like this one. Your financial security matters to me, and I want to make sure you're always informed about changes that could affect your retirement income. Also, please drop a comment below sharing your experiences with Social Security. Your insights help other seniors in our community make better informed decisions. Now, let's get into the facts about these Social Security changes. Let's dive right into these crucial Social Security updates that will affect millions of seniors across America. I know many of you have been anxiously watching your mailboxes and checking your accounts, wondering about the changes coming to your benefits. Well, today we're going to break down everything you need to know, and I mean everything. First, let's address what's actually happening with the Social Security Administration's latest adjustments. You know, it's fascinating how these changes come about. They're not just random numbers pulled out of thin air. This essay carefully analyzes cost of living data, inflation rates, and various economic indicators to determine how benefits should be adjusted. This process happens every year, but this year's changes are particularly noteworthy because of the unique economic situation we're all facing. Now, I've been talking with many seniors in our community, and I keep hearing the same concerns over and over. Mary from Ohio wrote to me just last week saying she's worried about whether her benefits will keep pace with her rising grocery bills. And you know what? She's not alone. That's exactly why understanding these updates is so crucial for your financial well being. Let's get into the real meat of these changes. The Social Security Administration has been working on several fronts to ensure beneficiaries receive appropriate support. You might have heard various numbers being thrown around on the internet or social media, but let's focus on the verified information directly from the SSA. Remember, your actual benefit amount will depend on several factors, including your work history, when you started claiming benefits, and your current benefit amount. Something that often gets overlooked in these discussions is how these changes affect different types of beneficiaries differently. You see, Social Security isn't just about retirement benefits. It also includes disability benefits, survivor benefits, and SSI. Each of these programs has its own set of rules and adjustments, and it's important to understand which ones apply to your situation. I've spent considerable time researching this topic, and what's really interesting is how these changes compare to historical adjustments. When we look back at previous years, we can see patterns emerging that help us understand why certain decisions are made. This historical context is crucial for understanding where we are now and what we might expect in the future. You know what really gets me excited? The fact that there are often overlooked benefits that many seniors don't even realize they're eligible for. I'm talking about additional assistance programs that work alongside Social Security. These programs can provide extra support for healthcare costs, housing, and even utility bills. It's like finding money you didn't know you had. Now, let's talk about something that's been causing a lot of confusion: the relationship between Social Security benefits and Medicare. Many of you have asked about how changes in one program affect the other. This is especially important because Medicare premiums are often deducted directly from Social Security payments. Understanding this relationship can help you better plan your monthly budget and avoid any surprises. I want to share a story that really illustrates why staying informed about these changes is so important. Last month, I spoke with Bob, a retired teacher from Florida. He had been missing out on additional benefits for years simply because he wasn't aware of recent changes in eligibility requirements. After learning about the updates, he was able to apply for additional benefits that made a real difference in his monthly income. Stories like Bob's are exactly why I'm so passionate about sharing this information with all of you. Let's address something that many of you have been worried about: the sustainability of Social Security. I know there's been a lot of concerning headlines about the future of the program, but it's important to understand the real facts. The Social Security Trust Fund is more complex than many people realize, and there are various mechanisms in place to ensure its continuity. One aspect that often gets overlooked is how these benefit changes can affect your tax situation. Now, I'm not a tax advisor, and everyone's situation is different, but it's important to be aware that changes in your benefit amount can impact your tax bracket. This is especially relevant for those of you who have additional sources of income besides Social Security. Something else that's worth mentioning is how these changes might affect those of you who are still working while receiving benefits. The earnings limit threshold has been adjusted, and this could mean you're able to earn more without affecting your benefits. This is particularly relevant for those of you who aren't quite ready to fully retire or who need to supplement your income. Let's talk about how these changes might affect your long-term financial planning. You see, while we're focusing on immediate benefit adjustments, it's crucial to think about how these changes fit into your overall retirement strategy. This might be a good time to review your budget and make any necessary adjustments to ensure your financial security. I've noticed that many seniors aren't taking full advantage of the Social Security Administration's online services. These digital tools can make it so much easier to track your benefits, update your information, and stay informed about changes that might affect you. Don't worry if you're not tech savvy. I'll walk you through some of the most useful features that can save you time and hassle. One thing that really concerns me is the number of scams targeting Social Security beneficiaries. With these new changes coming, scammers are likely to try taking advantage of any confusion. It's crucial to know how to protect yourself and your benefits. Remember, the Social Security Administration will never call you asking for personal information or demanding payment. Let's discuss how these benefit changes might affect different retirement lifestyles. Whether you're living in a big city, a suburban area, or a rural community, these adjustments can have different impacts based on your local cost of living. Understanding these differences can help you make better decisions about your retirement location and lifestyle choices. Another important aspect to consider is how these changes might affect your family members. Social Security isn't just about individual benefits. It can also provide support for spouses, children, and other dependents in certain situations. Understanding these family benefits can help ensure that your loved ones are receiving all the support they're entitled to. I want to address something that many of you have asked about: the timing of these changes. When will you see these adjustments reflected in your benefits? How long does it take for changes to take effect? Understanding this timeline is crucial for your financial planning and peace of mind. Let's talk about some practical steps you can take to make the most of these changes. First, it's important to review your current benefit statement and understand exactly what you're receiving. Then, you can calculate how these adjustments will affect your monthly income. This knowledge empowers you to make informed decisions about your spending and saving habits. One thing that's often overlooked is how these benefit changes can affect your eligibility for other assistance programs. Some programs have income limits, and an increase in your Social Security benefits might impact your eligibility. It's important to understand these relationships so you can make informed decisions about which programs to participate in. You know what really makes me proud about our senior community? The way we share information and help each other navigate these changes. I've seen so many wonderful examples of seniors helping other seniors understand their benefits and make the most of available resources. This kind of community support is invaluable, especially during times of change. Let's talk about how these changes fit into the broader economic picture. Understanding the relationship between Social Security adjustments and factors like inflation, cost of living, and economic growth can help you make better financial decisions and feel more confident about your retirement security. I want to emphasize something that's really important. These changes aren't just about numbers on a page. They represent real improvements in the quality of life for millions of seniors across the country. Whether it's being able to afford better health care, enjoy more comfortable living conditions, or simply have peace of mind about your financial security, these adjustments can make a meaningful difference in your daily life. As we wrap up our discussion about these important changes, I want to remind you that staying informed is your best defense against uncertainty. Knowledge truly is power, especially when it comes to your financial security in retirement. The more you understand about your benefits and how they're changing, the better equipped you'll be to make sound financial decisions. Remember, while these changes are significant, they're just one part of maintaining a secure and comfortable retirement. It's important to look at your entire financial picture, including any savings, investments, and other sources of income, to ensure you're making the most of every opportunity to enhance your financial security. I hope this detailed explanation has helped you better understand the recent Social Security changes and how they might affect you. Remember, every person's situation is unique, so it's important to consider how these changes apply to your specific circumstances. If you have any questions about your particular situation, don't hesitate to reach out to the Social Security Administration or consult with a financial advisor.